Forget the radioactive spider, the bright red and blue suit. Forget the friendly neighborhood. In 1932, in a version of New York City drowning in the Great Depression, a different kind of Spider-Man was born. Not from science, but from something far older. Something mystical. This is the story of Spider-Man Noir, and it begins, as all Spider-Man stories do, with a dead man. The year is 1932, and America is broken. The corrupt and the powerful feast while the common man starves. This world has no heroes, no capes. What it has are gangsters, crooked politicians, and one crime lord who controls everything from the shadows, Norman Osborn. He runs the city's underworld with an iron fist, and his enforcers are pulled straight from circus freak shows. Among them is Craven, a former animal trainer, and the worst of them all, the Vulture. In this world of darkness, two lights burn defiantly. Benjamin Parker and his wife May, who are social activists. They organize protests against sweatshops, feed the homeless, and speak truth to power in Central Park rallies. Then the Goblin decided Ben Parker had become a problem. Uncle Ben's death in the main universe is tragic, a random shooting, a lesson in responsibility. In this universe, it's something far worse. The Goblin's men come for Ben Parker, they beat him, and then they let the Vulture feed on him. When Peter finds what was left of his uncle, the police told him it was wild dogs. Years later, Peter learns the horrifying truth. Ben Urich, a journalist who would become Peter's mentor, was there that night. He watched the Goblin devour Uncle Ben and did nothing because Norman Osborn owned him. Peter carries this trauma like a stone in his chest, and the men responsible walk free, running the city that let it happen. Peter gets a job working for Ben Urich at the Daily Bugle. Urich is known in certain circles as the Spider, a man with a web of informants feeding him tips. But Urich is compromised, trading silence for drugs, protecting the Goblin in exchange for his next fix. One night, Urich is too high to answer the phone. Peter picks up instead.
Hello? Spider, that you? It's the Fly. I got a hot one for you.
Spider? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, get this. The action's going off at 1 o'clock in the a.m. The Rooney Imports warehouse on Pier 57. Goblin's goons are picking up a shipment of antiques that went astray on its way to the Metropolitan Museum. The usual terms, 40 clams if you use it or not. I got a blow.
Peter follows the lead. He hides in the rafters, watching the goons work.
What the hell does the Goblin want with all this junk? It's for his personal collection, Montana. You know he's got a thing for voodoo, juju, mojo, all that weird stuff. It's said in the Bugle, the tribe that made these statues put a curse on them. Anyone touches them, they die.
Oh yeah? Like that curse on King Tut? That's enough. You're squealing like a pair of castrati. Get these statues loaded.
One of them drops a crate, and from within, a swarm of spiders erupts. Ancient things, creatures that had been sealed inside a mystical artifact, the Spider Idol. The spiders attack. One of the goons is bitten and dies screaming, and then a single spider descends toward Peter on a strand of silk, and it bites him. But Peter doesn't die. Instead, he's pulled into a vision. A massive demonic spider god speaks to him. It tells Peter that its bite brings death to those of evil intent, but to him, it will grant the curse of power. When Peter awakens, he's wrapped in a cocoon of black webbing, hanging from the rafters like something reborn. He tears himself free, falling and precisely landing on his feet with incredible stamina.
I'll be damned.
He discovers he's become something more. Peter doesn't build web shooters in a high school lab. He doesn't get his powers from radiation or genetic engineering. His abilities are mystical, granted by an ancient spider deity. He can shoot organic webbing from his wrists, climb walls, move with inhuman agility, and, Unlike other Spider-Men, Peter Parker of Earth 90214 has no rule against killing. He hunts and takes down the men responsible for his uncle's death.